Namaskar, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh with me in our weekly, this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Doctor, welcome back to USA from India. Namaste.
Namaskar, namaskar.
So let us begin by requesting you to share how was your visit and what is it that you observed was new for you in India this time.
Well, I went after 2 years to visit India, and India is doing extremely well. It's well progressed. The people are very happy. They all are progressive. They are moving upwards, and whole atmosphere is very good. I think thanks to the current government of India, Prime Minister Modi's government, I think everyone seems to be very happy and doing very well.
So, on that note, you also got the opportunity of meeting some important people in India, including very well-known rich entrepreneur Gautam Adani. How was that, and what do you think is the secret of his success?
Well, I think I met Chief Minister of Gujarat. Then we had a function where Chief Minister did a felicitation. Also, I met Anandi Ben. I also met, I talked to HM and Health Minister Mandavia, discussed about a lot of different health issues in America and India, and how I can be helpful to them. And also I met the Minister of Ayush, where we discussed a lot of things, how to promote the Ayush, Ayurvedic and homeopathic and all those alternative medicine, and how to connect with the allopathy and make it more useful to the people of India. And of course, at the end, last day, it happens to be my very good friend, Gautam Adani's 68th birthday. So I went to wish him happy birthday and many more. And also I congratulate him because Adani Group has declared the donation of $7.7 billion to the society, mainly for the health, education, and other help to the poor people. And that's a great initiative on his 68th birthday. And we spent 2 hours having lunch one-on-one and discussed a lot of issues. And he's a very successful man. And I think why he's successful, because he's smart, he's intelligent, and he's visionary, and very hardworking, and very kind of disciplined and focused person. And that's why he is a very successful. Right now, he's a fifth richest man in the world, and he's the first richest man in the Asia. So I think he deserves a lot of credit and a lot of congratulations because of his success in the 60 years of age. It's a really good, and it's his long life to, still there is a long life for him to do so many other things.
Absolutely. And while we talk about industry and entrepreneurial spirit, the way tax regime works in the country also plays a significant role. GST Council had its meeting recently, Dr. Saab, and there are proposals to remove tax exemptions on some items. We don't have all the details, but do you see this is to match the potential upcoming economic recession that we are hearing a lot about in all the countries potentially?
Yes, the chances of short-term recession is going to be almost 50%, according to JP Morgan and Citibank and Goldman Sachs and those big bankers. So in India also, there will be a recession. And once a recession comes, of course, government has to increase some kind the source of the revenue, and probably that might be the reason why they are they are considering removing some tax exemption on GST, because GST is the best way to collect the revenue for the government, for the government.
While you were in India, it was probably the concluding part of some of the protests that includes youth raising their voice and some places violently against the Agni Path or the Agni Veer scheme, which is now already implemented. They have started taking in applications, etc. Your overall impression about government's vision behind Agniveer scheme, and is it now settling down its long-term impact on India's defense situation?
I think it's a great scheme, and most of the country, most of the Western country has this scheme. So what they are saying is that they will give the employment in the military, train them, the young recruits, and they give them 4 years of full military salary benefits, and also after 4 years, some of them are will continue in the military, and some of them may not be, because depending upon their ability and their quality of work. But I think after that, they will have more possibility of getting the other job than if they don't go to the military, because we know that in military, a person not only will learn how to fight the war or how to operate the machinery or guns and all those things, but overall you can have a personal discipline and personal physical discipline and so forth. And therefore I think it's a great initiative and plan, and I think that makes Indian military will have more people to serve, and I think it's a great thing, and I'm glad that everything is dying down. Now the people are understanding what's good about this plan, and I'm sure it will be a very successful plan.
Talking about success and politics and power, uh, a lot of news headlines coming from Maharashtra and bifurcation of sort for Shiv Sena, some shake-up for the potential continuation of Uddhav Thackeray as chief minister. How do you see this development overall? And it seems to be an ongoing saga.
Well, I think it's a little more complicated than it looks on the surface. And so it's very difficult to give opinion on their internal matter. But I think this is kind of one of the unavoidable situation in the politics. And probably, hopefully, they would have resolved this conflict between among themselves within the party. Now let's see what happens, because now it's under jurisdiction, under a sub judice now. Supreme Court is involved. They are planning to have the what do you call floor test. So see how it goes. You never know. Politics is always full of surprise. So wait, rather than predicting, let's wait for it to see what happens.
Because every day people are kind of anticipating that today might be the day when they will have the other Shinde group claiming another kind of government in Maharashtra. But staying with slightly political and economic angle with reference to our neighboring country from India, Pakistan. Earlier, China gave $4.5 billion loan to Pakistan, which is due to be paid this year. And now again, there is another $2.5 billion dollar assistance that is to help Pakistan take care of its depleting foreign exchange reserves. So it is not just economics, it is the overall equation between Pakistan, China, and India that also is likely to resurface very soon. Your general analytical look on this development.
Well, I mean, we know that China has its own interest to be friendly with the Pakistan. That way, they can expand themselves into the Afghanistan and even Pakistan. And I think because India is China's kind of adversary and kind of enemy. So I think I'm not surprised to this kind of economical help to the China, I mean Pakistan by China. So we have to be very careful. We have to do what we can do to counteract all those things.
And now I take you to India to the other side, which comes from Rajasthan, a news which is shocking, and I kept it in the end because we have seen a lot of disturbing developments in the wake of what was claimed to be a controversial remark or the way it was expressed by ex BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma. uh, Shocking development. One tailor in Udaipur, Rajasthan, shared a social media post, and that has resulted into beheading of this man on the street, and another man capturing it on his mobile and sharing on social media. So, of course, situation is tense, and how to deal with it is not easy overall. Yet your impression, because it pushes India back from the march towards development also.
Well, I mean, it's very unfortunate incident and unfortunate happening. But I think lesson to learn is from this is that we all should, particularly the people who are in the leadership position or in the public position, should respect all the religion and the sensitivity of the all the any religion or all religion, because by commenting or poking the sensitivity of the religion, I don't think it's a wise thing to do. And this can be avoided. And I think the spokesperson or leadership on the either side or any side should be needs a little more training how to speak or talk in the public about general thing and be more diplomatic and more kind of disciplined.
So there is other side of the coin, how one should react. That kind of awareness also requires a little bit of education, because this is unacceptable. It is not just shocking, it is barbaric the way these people have acted on the open street in daylight. So that also needs to be taken into account. And also, there are multiple people speaking so many things. If everyone becomes so aggressive, so there has to be a kind of uh,
Yes, you're right. You're right that there has to be. I mean, this barbaric acts of the any person should be condemned, should be kind of punished properly, and so nobody can do again. Uh, More education regarding how to behave in the public or how to react in the public should be taught to the everyone. Doesn't matter what side they are in, but the barbaric reaction to this kind of comment is not acceptable, and it should be condemned.
absolutely. And as we move towards the concluding part of our conversation, Dr. Saab, your message for our viewers.
Well, I mean, my visit to India was very successful, and I see the India came a long way. India is almost have excellent infrastructure now. People are very happy. They are well employed, and government is doing very well. And Prime Minister is very visionary, and we all should support him and to make sure that India goes long way and become a real power in the world. So with that, I would like to say, God bless America, God bless India, and God bless Indian Americans. Goodbye. Till next time. We'll see you next week. Thank you.